another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Aquarius, in today's reading, I'm going to give you a card from the Archangel Michael, one card from the Denise Lynn Oracle card, and then do your reading. So let us get started. Can you believe we are in 2026 already? My goodness. I had a hard time back in the day when I was in the 80s, when I would say, I can't believe it's going to be 1999. My goodness, it's crazy. All right, so let's get started on your reading, Aquarius. See what's going on. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Aquarius, Spirit. This is for Aquarius. All right. It says, someone new is coming. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. Wow. So somebody definitely new is coming into your life. It doesn't have to be a love interest, but could be. You never know. So open your heart, you guys. Have that compassion and forgiveness. Hello. All right, so here we go. If you're looking for someone, it's definitely coming in. And then for everybody else, I just feel like there's somebody new coming into your life. Could be a friend, new friend, you know. Oh, let me put this over here. All right, Aquarius, so you also have traveling lightly, simplify your life. So I feel like if you simplify your life a little bit more, you would have more time to do more things, you know, instead of making them so difficult. You know, really have patience for everything that's going on, you guys, okay? All right, so nice. This is very nice. All right, so let's see what's going on with you, Aquarius. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Wow, what's going on here? All right, I'm gonna put this in here. One more shuffle, one more time, you guys. One more time, okay. I did a reading earlier and I didn't realize that my mic had fallen, so I had to redo the whole Aquarius reading, but it's okay. I don't mind because there's a reason for that. Every time you redo something or you do something, it wasn't meant for that message to come out. So let's see what's going on now. All right, so Aquarius, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Aquarius, 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 Aquarius. One card for the current. This is for Aquarius for their highest good, Spirit. One for the situation. One for the past or now. One for the what's hidden. One for the hopes and the fears. One for what you need to do now. What you need to work on. And the outcome. Wow. Okay. And at the end of the tarot deck, you did get the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is talking about really holding on to a decision or a letdown or even a disappointment that has happened in your life, and you continuously are on it, and you know they want you to move away from that to move forward, okay? Because there's definitely a lot of nice things coming through for you, so it's very nice. You start off with the Seven of Cups here. The Seven of Cups is talking about, you know, that you want a lot of things in your life. You know, I also feel like you could also be very confused about doing something or not knowing what to do next, like what your next step is. But definitely a decision is here. You have the Magician card for your situation, and the decision is definitely, I mean, the Magician card is definitely asking you about, is telling you to really think positive and everything, like really let go of that Five of Cups that's down here, you know, because there are definitely a lot of good things coming through. But if you stay in that negative energy, you know, it's really definitely going to affect you. You do have the Eight of Pentacles here. The Eight of Pentacles is in the past or now. I do believe it's now. I believe that you've been working hard and you're working harder now to bring more things into your life to reach that material success. And I feel like you will, because that hard work will pay off. And I believe it's now. You have the Six of Swords here. The Six of Swords is talking about leaving, you know, the obstacles behind, you know, really going on, moving on with your life, you know, better times coming. I feel like you're definitely on a new path, going towards a new path, something else, something different. For the hopes and fears, you have the Queen of Cups. Definitely nurturing yourself, really opening up to that intuition, really, you know, really letting go of all these old emotions that you have on, that within you. I also feel like you definitely need to use your intuition also. You do have the Tower card for what you need to do now, and there's a lot of changes that you need to bring into your life, like really change things around, really stop doing the same pattern over and over, really do something different so that your life can open up, so new opportunities can come in. You have the 10 of wands here for what you need to work on, and you're really weighed down by a lot. You constantly do everything. You're working very hard. You're very tired. You need to nurture yourself, and really try to keep everything balanced. I also feel like you are definitely need to set boundaries here, and stop trying to carry everybody's weight, everybody's things, everything that's going on. Stop carrying everybody's weight around on your shoulders. Let them handle their own thing. Also, with the Knight of Wands here, I do feel with the Knight of Wands that you really need to really see things before you rush into anything. Okay, really take your time with things. Try not to rush into anything. I also feel like that you could be moving very fast and doing things without thinking. Okay, so really be careful with that. Wow. All right. So Aquarius, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is Aquarius for Aquarius spirit. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. All right. Why is the 7 of Cups here for Aquarius for their highest good? One more card. Wow. Okay. So, like I said, you're really wanting a lot of stuff here. I feel like at times you're definitely going to have to make a decision soon. I feel like at times you could be confused about what your next step is. But I feel like definitely that you need to follow your heart on everything that you want, especially like your dreams. Like if you're dreaming of something that you want to create and do, it's time to put it out there. It's time to follow your heart. That they're saying, hey, just do it. Just take a chance on things because it's going to be successful. And I do feel like it is. You have the 10 of Pentacles here, and the 10 of Pentacles is talking about having that material success, having enough for your family, your friends, for yourself. And I feel like you will reach that point, but, to really just follow your heart on things, and to pay attention, to pay attention to your finances, to do what you need to do, because I feel like you need to be persistent with your dreams and just follow your heart. I do feel like there is news and messages here also. For you. That's nice. There's some kind of abundance coming in for you. You have the Magician card here, Aquarius, and why is the Magician here? Wow. Nice. Okay, so you have the Knight of Wands again. Okay, so really don't rush into anything. They're asking you to really slow down on things. Really think positive. Right now, you're in the stage right now where you are manifesting everything you're thinking. So really shift your mindset to thinking positive in everything, okay? Because you have all the tools to create your world, create the world that you want to live in. And if that's the world that you want to live in, like happiness and abundance, then that's what's going to come in. But you need to really, really think positive on everything. I feel also too that, there's a lot of growth here. I feel like you're going to be able to do whatever it is that you want to do. But you got to work on it. It's going to take hard work to do it. I also feel with the Knight of Wands that, you're definitely moving forward from a lot of things, that you're not going to be thinking negative. All that's going to shift around for you, and it's good because you need that. I feel like you need to be careful and slow down on the things that you're trying to do, like decisions or your finances. Really slow down and really think, really be objective about everything. You do have the Empress card here. The Empress is talking about very nurturing, loving energy that's here. I feel like you are, you need to focus on the abundance that you do have around you. Like, be grateful for everything that's here. Like, your home, a bed to sleep in, food to eat, be very gracious for all that. And they want you to be grateful for everything that you have, because once you're grateful, everything more will come in when you're grateful. Also feel like you're going to have a lot of ideas, and I feel like they want you to put your ideas into something that's going to be very creative for you and put it out there. Nice. This is very nice. It's a very loving energy here. You do have the Eight of Pentacles here, and the Eight of Pentacles is definitely talking about you working hard and you reaping the rewards of the hard efforts that you do. You know, you work very hard for your money. You know, you spend your time working very hard, and you will reap the rewards on that. To continue to work hard is what they're saying. You do have the Six of Swords up here for the what's hidden. One more card. Wow. Okay. So I feel like at times, there were times when you were feeling stuck. You have the Eight of Swords here, and the Eight of Swords is, if you see her, she's like right in the middle of the swords, right? But she can easily move. She can wiggle around these swords, but she doesn't. She doesn't want to. She can even get loose out of the string, out of the rope, because her hand's not even tied down. You know, she can take off her blindfold, but she doesn't. There were times where you didn't want to see things. There were times where you didn't want to deal with anything. And I feel like you're leaving that behind, because you do have the Six of Swords here. And the Six of Swords is saying better times are coming. You're going in a new direction now. Yet you're not feeling like this anymore. You're not going to be holding on to that past. Like this Four of Pentacles, this lady or man, she's there and she's sitting there. She's holding tightly on to those coins, right? She's holding on tightly to the past, you know, but that's not you. Not anymore, because you're leaving that behind. You're moving forward. You're moving to something better, you know, a new path, a new journey. So it's beautiful. That's why they're saying, hey, just make things simple for yourself. Why make it so hard? You know, just go forward is what they're asking you to do. You do have the Queen of Cups here for the hopes and fears. One more card. Wow, definitely. See, you have the Six of Swords and you have the Eight of Cups, so definitely moving on to something better. And you're not going to be in your feelings a lot. You know, you have the Queen of Cups here, and you're stronger now. You know how to handle things. It's almost as if your third eye has opened and you're seeing things very differently now. And they're asking you to really take care of yourself, to trust your intuition, to trust yourself on making these decisions that are going on. And it's very nice. This is very nice. You also have the Eight of Cups and the Fool card. So, you know, with this right here, really take care of yourself. It's time now, you know, because you're seeing clearly. You're moving forward. You're not lagging back like you used to. You're leaving things behind, going on this spiritual journey for some of you guys, opening up to your intuition, which is very beautiful. I feel like for some of you guys, you're really going to go on this spiritual journey, and you're really going to open up that intuition more than what you have right now. And I feel like this is a new path for you. And you're going to see a lot here. For everybody else, I also feel like you're definitely leaving a lot of obstacles behind. That you're seeing that, you know, you don't need to stay in the same place all the time. That you're able to get up and move. That you have choices. That you have free will. And I also feel like you are definitely on this new path also. And it's going to take you to this adventurous, to these new things that are coming through, new experiences for you, which is very nice. Wow, very nice. You also have the Tower up here in what you need to do now. Why is the Tower here? One more card. So the Tower is of change. Okay, so there's things that you have changed in your life. A lot of things that have changed. You know, you're no longer doing the same thing anymore. Things have just changed for you. You know, you're finding your confidence. You're finding your resilience. You know, you're finding everything. You know, you're working hard. You know, you're not the follower anymore. You're the leader. And I feel like, you know, you're very focused. I feel like at times that you have to juggle everything, but you're keeping everything balanced. And I feel like you're definitely doing what you need to do, because you're very strong-willed. You're not the King of Swords for no reason. He knows how to make decisions. He knows how to focus. He knows how to bring things in that he needs to. They're asking you to really take it easy though, okay? Because at times you could be going too fast and be feeling confused. So you got to be really careful, because you do have that Knight of Cups here and the Two of Pentacles. And I also feel like you're making decisions, but you have the King of Swords, and you're going to be able to make these decisions that are coming through, okay? which is very nice. Very, very nice. You have the 10 of Wands here. And why is the 10 of Wands here for Aquarius? Wow, look at that. That just popped out. Wow. Okay, so, you know, but what you need to work on is this. Being very overwhelmed with everything. You know, trying to carry everybody's worry, the load for everybody. It's time to just do your own thing now. It's time, okay? You know, you're very strong-willed. You know how to deal with things, you know. They want you to speak your truth about everything that's been going on. You know, you got something to say it. Okay? Don't hold back. Set boundaries also. Start setting boundaries and really stand up for yourself and who you are and who you believe that you are. You know, because you're very powerful, Aquarius. You just need to put it out there. You have the King of Wands here, and the King of Wands is saying that there is success here. There's success. You know how to put things together to put it out there. So start doing that. It's time to start putting your ideas, your dreams out there now, okay? Because you're very strong-willed. You know how to do this. You don't need nobody's help, you know, and if you do, you know, it's okay to let them help. But you're very strong-willed, and they're asking you to put whatever it is that you want to create, that you want to do, put your energy in it and put it out there. Wow, nice. And then you have this Knight of Wands again for the outcome. And why is the Knight of Wands here for Aquarius? One more card. Wow, nice. So definitely there is a new person coming in, because not only do you have the Ace of Cups here, but you also have this card from Archangel Michael saying that someone is coming in. Definitely could be coming in to help you with something, giving you support. I do feel like you have to have, you're having a lot of compassion and forgiveness for things. I feel like you're opening up your heart, which is very nice. I feel like you need to put your creative idea out there and put it into something that you're going to really enjoy, to be happy with, which is very nice. I feel like there's happiness and celebration here, togetherness. I feel like you have a lot of support from your friends and family also. And I feel like you need to be careful on how you're doing things, that, you know, try not to rush on everything. You know, yes, it's fun, it's spontaneous, right? You can do it, but sometimes it gets us into trouble, and they want us to slow down, okay? Really slow down and really see things for what they are, and be objective about your decisions that you're about to make. But you will be able to handle it, because you do have a lot of clarity here. You're seeing things very different, so it's nice. Very good, Aquarius. Very nice. All right, Aquarius. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.